Well, hello, and welcome to episode 3 of the New Troop podcast. My name is Caitlin. I am your fearless troop leader. And today we are going to get into a TikTok that I recently watched and had some thoughts about and have made a couple videos around. But I want to bring it here because I think that this is a super important topic to talk about. And it literally revolves around weight loss. So if you are on a weight loss journey and this is something that is triggering to talk about, here is your content warning that if you are triggered around the talk of diets or the talk of weight loss, I will see you on the next episode, and that's okay. I need you to protect your space and your mental well-being and only absorb what feels good for you. So if that's you, I will see you on episode 4. And for all the rest of you that are saying, let's fucking get into it, because I have some big thoughts about this. The video I saw, I am not going to post here because I don't want to ever shame a content creator or shame somebody for the journey that they're on. But the synopsis of the post, she starts the video with, "You are bigger than you think you are." And I originally just scrolled past it. I heard that sentence and I just scrolled past it. And then I scrolled back because I wanted to see what the comments were. And they were a mix of lots of things. Some things were like, "I don't need to hear this." Another one said, "Stretchy clothes has really made us ignore how large we really are. 100 pounds down and I still have another 40 to go. When somebody else takes a photo of you unknowingly, it's a shock. So yes, as someone who is overweight, this is 100% accurate. Down 60 pounds, but unfortunately still in the same size clothes. Super frustrating." And then there was comments like this: "Body dysmorphia can go in either direction. When I was overweight, I thought I was smaller than I was. And now that I've lost a bunch of weight, I think I'm bigger." My comment on this, after thinking on it for a while, was pretty straightforward. And it basically said, "I'm going to hold your hand and try and say this with a whole heap of love. Until you change what's going on in your head and your relationship with your body, no amount of weight will ever be enough, ever." And originally, I'm not sure if she just wasn't reading her comments or posted it and then walked away, which sometimes happens. Well, it got a little bit of like virality, and I was only like the 20th comment at the time. And so I was getting a bunch of responses. Unfortunately, I didn't take screenshots of those. She has since deleted them, my comment, and has blocked me. I think because according to her, she ended up on the wrong side of TikTok and did not like the hate that she was getting, even though a lot of it was done with like compassion and love. So after I posted it, there was a bunch of comments, and going through those, people were basically saying like, "This is so true. I was on a weight loss journey. I lost 100 pounds, felt worse than when I was, 250 pounds, got to 150. Still didn't feel right. I wanted to lose more weight, realized it was all mental." Like I got comment after comment after comment. My entire like notification was all comments to this. When she deleted it, the last I looked, it was at like 1,800 likes on just my comment alone. So clearly it struck a bell with people. And that's not to say one way or the other, because it was very mixed. Like people were like, "Fuck you. You have no idea what I'm dealing with. You have no idea what's going on with my body. Speak for yourself." So it was a mix of like good and really, really angry. And I think comments like that, we should take a second and like regroup and talk about it, because I do think it is super important. So I like to talk about it like this. I like to kind of use the analogy of a bucket with no bottom, or a valley with no floor. And when you start a weight loss journey, if you have not mentally done the pre-work, like preloaded the gun and done the mental work to accept your body where you are, no matter what size you are, there is no amount of weight loss that will ever allow you to feel at home in your body. And there's a lot of reasons behind this, but it is simply a bucket with no bottom. It's a valley with no floor. And what happens is, let's say you're on a 100-pound weight loss journey, you get to your 100 pounds, and all of a sudden society goes, "Well, yeah, you lost the weight, but you're still a size 10, 12. I mean, you're still plus size according to society. Oh, well, you lost the weight, but you also lost your boobs, so you should probably get a boob job. Oh, well, you lost the weight, but now you have loose skin, so now you have to have loose skin removal surgery. Oh, well, you lost the weight, but you also lost your ass, so you probably need a BBL to like fit the society beauty standards." There is no end to this journey. There isn't. There is no completion. There is no end. There is no good enough, because society and the world as we know it profits from your disdain. It is a $1 billion+ industry annually, and it is all centered around you hating your body enough to take drastic measures to lose the weight, quote unquote. And there's a couple of things I want to talk about with this, because I'm not going to come to you with a problem and say, "Hey, we're now living in a society that would rather have an eating disorder than to accept your body," without some sort of solution, right? And there's a couple of ways that we can attack this. First and foremost being get very, very clear about why you're losing the weight and get very, very clear about who profits or benefits from the disdain that you have around your current body. Those are two very, very important factors in this puzzle. And the reason being, it could be as simple as your partner taking advantage of you because you don't feel good in your body. It could be as simple as somebody at work overstepping their boundaries, your boundaries, because you don't feel good enough in your body to stand up for yourself. It could be the weight loss industry that profits $400+ a month, selling you a shot that they tell you need because you live in a body that's bigger than what society deems as beautiful. The spectrum is vast, right? As to all the people that benefit from your disdain. So get very clear about why you're losing the weight and get very clear about who profits from the disdain that you have for your body. Otherwise, you're going to get to the end of your journey and you're still not going to be good enough. You're still not going to be thin enough. You're still not going to be young enough, white enough, busty enough, flat enough, curvy enough, tall enough, short enough. You're never going to be enough. The finish line is always moving. The bucket is bottomless and the valley has no floor, right? So get very clear on those two very specific things. The next thing I like to talk about is I don't need you ever to love the body that you're in. I'll say it again. I never need you to love the body that you're in. I don't need you, when I say to get your head right before your weight loss journey, I don't need you to love your body. In fact, that is a losing fight that you will never wake up every day, no matter what size your body is, and feel good in your body every day. You just won't. You're going to wake up some days and you're going to feel like a fucking potato. And that is okay. It's okay. I never need you to get to body love, because what happens is we have hated our bodies for as long as we exist on this earth. We come out of the womb and we're not good enough, right? So you have been trained and conditioned for decades to hate your body. In order to get through to maybe possibly loving your body, you have to walk through hatred, disdain, tolerance, acceptance, enjoyment, embracing it, and then maybe you're going to love it. But you have to jump all of those hoops and they have to be done consecutively. You cannot go and fly off a cliff of body disdain and hope that your wings catch you to body love. That doesn't happen. And the journey there is not linear. It's not like you're pushing a boulder up a ramp and pushing it off the edge. You're chasing this boulder up a hill. It's going to fall into a pit with a dinosaur. You're going to pick your boulder up and you're going to keep pushing up the hill, and then it's going to fall off the side and you got to go chase it. And then you're going to keep pushing this thing up the hill, and all of a sudden something's going to fucking try and stab you. It's never ever linear. And I don't want you to think about it that way. If you can just get from body hatred, where you wake up every single day, and from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to sleep, you hyperfixate on how your body operates and navigates through this world. If we can get you to a point where your body doesn't define your worth, it doesn't define who you are, it doesn't define what you do and don't do. All we need to do is get to a place of tolerance. Tolerance is the key, right? So I never want you to chase this unobtainable expectation that, body acceptance, fat acceptance, all of that, body positivity. I think it's all bullshit. I really do. I think the body positive movement has been co-opted in a way that is both unfair for the people who generated and originated the body positive movement. We talked about that last episode. And I think it's kind of all bullshit, because ultimately what those people are doing is they're co-opting this like movement, quote unquote, to try and sell you something in order to feel better in your body. Again, go back to the money. Who profits? Who benefits from your body disdain? So I say all of this to say that no matter what is happening with your body, if you can just wake up and tolerate it and accept it for a body that gets you from point A to point B, it's just a fatty meat suit that keeps all the bits and bobs and bones in your being, you've already started the work, right? So that when you start this weight loss journey, it's never about the number on the scale. It's never about the size of the jean. It's never about, if I get into this goal outfit, then I'll feel accomplished and all of my worries will go away. They won't. Because then you'll find a new goal dress. You'll find a new desire to get into a size 2 instead of a size 4, a size 8 instead of a size 10. And what happens is, this is a spiral into eating disorders and just really bad, unhealthy relationships with food. There's a morality issue that starts to happen with food, good food, bad food, food that's restricted, food that's limited. There is a whole underbelly that kind of comes to the surface. And so if we can just get you to neutrality, where you wake up every day and you know that the human that you are has absolutely nothing to do with your exterior, and the least interesting thing about you is your body, we have won. And so now if you go on this weight loss journey and you lose the weight, it doesn't fucking matter, because there's no morality in having a bigger body or a smaller body. It's just a body, a simple meat suit that gets you from point A to point B. Okay. So no matter how much weight you lose, if you have not done the work mentally and prepared that basket before you started that journey, there is no bottom. It will never be enough. And you will always try and pursue bigger, better, thinner, more toned, more whatever. And what happens is you lose yourself in the journey, and you don't look up to really appreciate where you are or appreciate what you can and cannot do in your body. You lose entire months of your life putting things off until you're in your dream body, your goal weight. You have lost your whole life. You could wake up in 10 years and still not be at your goal weight. And guess what? You lost 10 years of your life. You put things off hoping that you could reward yourself at the end with these things. There is no end. The beauty is the journey. The beauty is knowing that your body is built to grow and expand and shrink within its environment. Its only goal, baby, is to keep you alive. That is it. That is its only job. And because its only job is to keep you alive, it inevitably will gain weight through stressful times. If it thinks you're being chased by a T-Rex through a forest and it doesn't know the difference between the T-Rex and a job deadline, right? Our bodies are built to change. They're built to ebb. They're built to flow. And that is okay. That's what makes our bodies so fucking beautiful, right? You're going to lose weight as well. Hormones have a huge thing to do with this. Environment, stress, what's going on in your life, your activity level, all of it is fluctuating. The only thing that we have control of with our bodies and through this journey of life is how we feel about our skin that we are in. And I don't need you to love it. I know that might be counterintuitive, but I don't need you to love it. I need you to get to a point of a midline, right? So if we think of like a sliding scale, -10 is like body disdain. You feel so ugh in your body. And a plus 10 is like, oh my God, I could wake up and run the world. I need you to get to 0 on that scale, -10 to +10. All I need you to do is find your way to the middle, and that is neutrality. There's going to be days where you dabble down into the -2s, -3s, hell, even -10 some days, where you wake up and you're like, God damn it, I was having such a good week, and now I'm spiraling because this triggered me. My mom said something about my outfit. My aunt commented on my weight, or I went to dinner with my friends and they ordered salad and I ordered a burger. Like, you could spiral, very normal. That pendulum, I need you to be able to swing back to middle. And what it's going to do is some days you're going to wake up and think you could run the world. That's fucking awesome. I want you to be a +2, a +3, maybe even a 0 is I'm happy with, right? The pendulum will swing less as you get farther into this journey. It will. You will have days where all you can think about all day, every day is your fucking body. You're going to adjust your clothes. You're going to try 36 outfits on and nothing is going to work. You're going to go work out and feed yourself and do all the things right. And then you're going to put a pair of jeans on that you thought fit and they don't. That's all fucking normal. Then some days you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't think about my body once yesterday. Wow. Like, what a concept. And pretty soon those days where you wake up and you're like, dang, I didn't ever once body check the entire time I was out. Well, dang, yesterday I woke up and like felt really good in my skin. You're going to have days like that, and they're going to get more and more and more prevalent to the point that when you have a bad body day, it's going to be like, dang, I had a really bad body day. I haven't had one of those in a long time. But you have to wake up and do the work. You have to journal. You have to witness your body. You have to take photos. You have to get in front of the lens. You got to stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself how fucking amazing your body is doing or not doing, and just still appreciate it for what it does. Thank it for being alive. Thank it for waking up. You have to do the work, and the work is not simple, but the work is worth it, because you could end up in this same boat where 100 pounds is not enough. 150 pounds for that same creator is not going to be enough, because she's making comments like, well, maybe I just didn't have the right clothes and I was forcing myself into clothes that didn't fit. Okay, maybe you were, and that's okay, right? You're doing the best you can with what you have, but it is a very slippery slope. The bottom of that bucket, the bottom of that valley is a full-blown eating disorder. And in our society today, like I said, people are more willing to have an eating disorder than to accept a body that the society that they live in deems as fat. It's a very scary, slippery slope because we're watching people like Lindsay Lohan and Christina Aguilera, Kelly Osbourne. I don't know if you saw those recently. And these people are emaciated. They are starving themselves in the pursuit of an ideal body. And even in this form, people are going, well, it's just not quite enough because there is no bottom to this. And unfortunately, until you do the work mentally, it doesn't matter what happens physically, it's never gonna be enough. So some ways to combat this, again, because I'm not gonna come with a problem and not a solution. Some ways to combat this. Do an audit of the people that are around you. Are there people that make you feel like shit in your body? Are there people who are planting voices in your head that make you feel like dog shit? Edit those people out of your life. If you have to do it slowly, great. If you have to set boundaries, great. If you have to speak to a therapist, great. Do all of those things. It's going to be fucking hard because there's people very close to you that make you feel like shit in your body. So edit the people that are around you. Do a staunch edit on the media that you see day to day to day. I need you to go through your social media and curate your feed to the point that you're seeing people that set your soul on fire. I think this video stuck out so much because I don't see this type of content because I am so stringent about editing what comes across my page. If it has anything to do with diet culture, weight loss, anything like that, I just actively click the screen and I say, do not show me this cup, not interested. And ask why you say the type of content. So I don't see this type of stuff frequently, which is why when I scrolled by it quickly and then thought, no, I want to see what people are talking about and scrolled back, it was shocking to me to see the types of comments and then to watch her dirty delete all of them. Like people that are like, hey, you've got this, super supportive, just trying to help her. Wasn't ready to hear it. That's okay. Again, you can only accept what your brain can accept. Totally fine. So curate your feed. Audit the people around you, curate your feed. Figure out why and who is benefiting from your body disdain, and then get very clear on just pursuing neutrality, not pursuing positivity, not pursuing love, not pursuing body acceptance even, because you have to know that the path is realistic. And if you are in a place where you're so mentally fucked up and you feel so dysregulated in your body that the thought of ever loving it is unobtainable, you're not even going to start the journey. You're not even going to start the work because you're going to go, well, that's not for me. That doesn't make any sense. That's not for me. You're not even going to start the journey. So if you can just get to a place where you know that all you have to do is get to neutrality, right in the middle of that -10 to +10 scale, you are more likely to at least start your journey. And then the last thing I want you to do, I want you to start writing shit down. I want you to put the words, the negative voices that are in your head on paper, and I need you to look at them and read them out loud as if you were reading them to your favorite person. I know that one sucks. Stand in front of the mirror and read what you are saying to yourself in your brain back to somebody that you love. I struggled with that one because the shit I say about myself sometimes, even still today, oh, you dumb fuck. Why can't you get this right? My mom now will be like, don't talk about my friend like that. Hey, don't talk about yourself like that. I'm like, oh shit, you're right. You're right. Because what we say internally validates those negative voices. So we need to really look at what's going on internally and then put it on paper. That could be journaling, just to journal. That could be writing yourself a love letter. We just did that in our new troop. That could be literally writing yourself a letter. My subscribers get prompts all the time. They get journal prompts all the time about, okay, let's unpack what's going on. They have homework. They have selfies that they're supposed to be taking, right? These are all things that help us get to neutrality. So I say all of this to say the journey is rocky. It's rough. It is not for everybody, but I need you to know that there is an option out there other than the constant pursuit of a thinner body. It is okay to live and operate in your day-to-day life while you're on a journey with no expectation or hope to live in a thinner body. That is very okay. There is a lot of us out here that operate in that same space. It's okay to continue to pursue the things that set your soul on fire. It's okay to do all of this without living in your dream body. It's so okay. It's so okay. And I just need you to know that there are other options out there. If you are feeling at a loss and in this tumbling spiral of, is 50 pounds going to be enough? Is 100 pounds going to be enough? It's not. It's not. Until you do the work, it will never be enough. Okay? I love you. You can do hard things. You can live in a body that feels neutral, like a just giant meat suit that gets you from point A to point B. And it's okay. You don't have to love it. You just have to know it doesn't define who you are or your worth. If you like this kind of content and you want to become a part of our community, you can find me over on Substack. We do all sorts of fun activities, live in-person events. We host retreats. We're going to Ireland and Scotland later this year. And it is a community of people who are all pursuing the same type of thing and learning to feel better in their body and learning that their body is a tool that gets them through their day. And there is a possibility that at some point you may wake up and actually love that meat suit that you live in. And it is possible. So if you're looking for a place where shame goes to die and body acceptance gets loud, the New Troop Substack is for you. It's $11 a month. Come and go as you wish. And there is an entire archive of over 60 articles, tips and tricks, and posing guides that you can delve back into. And you have access to that entire archive for as long as you're a member. So I love you. I know that you can do hard things, and I'm so proud of you for being here. And I hope to see you next week on episode 4. Bye.